Hello and welcome to Weekly Wisdom. My name is Mark Van Buren, and today I'd like to talk about the practice of Metta, or loving kindness. So the Metta meditation is a great meditation to cultivate loving kindness, not only for yourself, but ultimately for all people and all beings. So like any meditation, you want to start out by just getting into a comfortable seated position, calming the body, deepening the breath, and just centering yourself so that you're fully relaxed and available. I like to start off this meditation by bringing someone to mind that really makes me full of love or loving kindness. So it can be your child, a pet, your grandmother, someone who you can just really feel great love and affection for. And once you have that feeling of loving kindness within yourself, then you start directing it. So you can break it down into 5 sections. The first section is loving kindness for yourself. Now some of us might have a hard time with this, but again, this is the practice, is to start opening the pathways of loving kindness for ourselves. So when you're doing the loving kindness meditation, generally we like to use 4, I guess you could call them mantras or sayings, or wishes of loving kindness. And they typically are, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, and may I have a peaceful mind. And of course you can create your own. You don't have to limit it to those, especially if you're struggling with something in particular. You can make it geared more towards that, whether it's if you're working with self-hatred, or you're really hard on yourself, you could say something like, may I find peace within myself, may I love myself, may I find ways to be kinder to myself, something like that. And basically you sit for a certain amount of time. You can set bells on your meditation timer, or you can just sit until you feel like you're done, and you're just constantly wishing that loving kindness to yourself. So that's the first phase, and you can use any of these phases for your entire meditation. In fact, one Buddhist master or teacher, Jack Kornfield, he has people do the Metta meditation for themselves for a whole year before he has them move on to other ones. So you can see you can use any of these as long as you'd like. The second version, or the second part of Metta meditation, is loving kindness for a loved one. So again, this is a lot easier, generally speaking, to do. So basically, same thing. So instead of saying, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, instead you're kind of picturing a loved one in your life and saying, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy. In the third phase, you want to move to a neutral person. Most of the time, neutral people in our lives really are not on our radar. The person on the bus next to you, someone at your job that you've never spoken with, someone walking down the street next to you, the cashier at the restaurant or the food place that you go to. So think of somebody in your life that you've seen, whether it's once or many times, and you could do the same thing, wishing them the same loving kindness that you'd wish for yourself or for people close to you. And again, this is just opening up our ability to love other people. And again, it's also seeing our sameness with other people, that the family member that you love isn't much different than the person walking down the street. The person walking down the street might have other people in their lives that they love just as much as the people that you love in your life. So we're learning to cultivate the loving kindness beyond just me and my family and the people that I like, and we want to start to include everybody. So then the fourth phase gets a little harder. I think this is one of the more difficult ones besides the one for the self, and that's the loving kindness for an enemy or someone that you really don't like. So the same thing, you bring that person to mind and you say, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you have a peaceful mind. Now it's important to understand that this exercise is not just trying to wish magically loving kindness for people and to just feel a certain way. You're going to meet a lot of resistance. most likely with this one, and a lot of people with the one for themselves. And when you come up with this resistance, the point is not to just have some airy-fairy, lovey-dovey approach and just pretend like it doesn't exist, but to allow a warm, a kind and warm space to allow these feelings to be there. And slowly over time, you might find that they melt and that you have a different attitude towards these people. And especially with the people that you're not necessarily friendly with, it's a cultivation of an attitude of allowing them to be who they are and realizing that they're struggling with things and the way they're treating you is not a reflection on you necessarily, but their own struggles with themselves and their own suffering. And just in the same way that we can wake up from our struggles, we give them the potential to wake up to theirs. So again, it's not like you have to go be their best friend, but you're cultivating a loving attitude towards them and giving them space to potentially find loving kindness towards you. And then the final aspect of this practice is just putting everybody in one big room, the friend, yourself, a neutral person, your enemy, and kind of wishing all of them equal amounts of loving kindness. So that's kind of like the final part of it, is just saying, may all of us be safe, be happy, healthy, and have a peaceful mind. Metta practice is also something you can do on the spot. So when you're sitting next to the stranger, you can look at him. Well, you might not want to look at him while you do it on the bus. You might think you're weird, but you can just picture him and just say, you know, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you have a peaceful mind, may you be free from suffering. You know, so this is a great on-the-spot practice as well. Try this week to do the Metta meditation, whether it's the traditional sitting meditation or just on the spot, and see how it goes. You know, work with it for a while and see what it does for you. So thank you all for watching today. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.